Did we get here too early today? We kind of did, huh?
Did we?
Well, we got here right at.
Oh, we got here right at 5.
Right at 5.
It's right at 5, baby. Arm day today. Taking you guys through a little Q&A as we work out. I know I didn't upload a Vlogmas episode yesterday. Had a crazy day. But this video is going up today, probably around like 10 a.m. And then yesterday's episode is going to go up later today at like 5 p.m. So you guys are still going to get the full Vlogmas, okay? Q&A starting off. Why didn't I upload yesterday? Long story. Second question, why am I such a badass? I don't freaking know. I was just born that way, okay?
Gee, so with the New Year's comes what? New Year's resolutions. What advice would you give to people trying to make 2021 their year?
That's a great question. I was gonna say with 2021 New Year's comes.
First of all, New Year's resolution, they're like garbage,
code.
right? No.
Yeah, New Year's resolutions, garbage. New Year's goals, money. So my advice would be, because I've done this multiple years and I've had the years where you just kind of say you're gonna do something and you don't say it and then you feel like shit because first of all you set an unrealistic goal or you set a goal that was like just too far out there and you didn't reach it. So literally you just degraded yourself like on 3 levels. 1, you didn't do what you were gonna say. 2, you did something that was too far out there that didn't really add much confidence or add to you. And then 3, you're kind of just disappointing yourself because none of that ever happened. You never got to see it like come to fruition. So my advice to you guys is to set an actionable plan. Think about what you really want, and then from there set a goal. And then from there set little goals to get you there. So let's say your goal is to lose weight, okay, because I'm not comfortable or it's just intruding on my life, health reasons, etc. Okay, I want to lose weight. That's goal number 1. 2, break it down even smaller. How much weight do you want to lose? Do you want to lose 50 pounds, 100 pounds? Okay, great. I want to lose 25 pounds at the end of next year. Great, now let's break it into a smaller plan. Let's go on a 3-day or 3-month plan where I lose 1.5 pounds a week or 2.5 pounds a week. You break it down like that, you figure out the logistics, and you have a plan in place that you can follow. That way this huge daunting task isn't as daunting. And if you just set a big daunting task, you're never gonna really just execute on it. You're gonna be shooting in the dark and you never know if you're gonna get there or not. And it's gonna seem just super daunting. You might even procrastinate. That's why a lot of people fail, is because they set this goal and then they don't start taking action on it, and it just becomes this thing that they just procrastinate on the whole year. So set a goal, break it down to smaller goals, set a plan in place, and take action on it every day of 2021. Let's go. That's my advice.
All right, Shots. So you pretty much, I don't want to say done it all, but you played sports growing up, CrossFit, now you're doing a little more bodybuilding. What advice would you give to someone struggling to find what their fitness journey is going to look like?
What their fitness avenue is?
Right.
Biggest piece is just try it all and don't be scared. A lot of times it's like super intimidating to try something new. I know I was intimidated to just try CrossFit, walking into the CrossFit gym and running. I remember when I first started running, I ran 0.3 miles and I was dying, and my mom told me I was being a little bitch. So every day since then I started increasing the pace and increasing the distance, etc. And now I'm running like, I think the most I've ran is like 7 miles. When I'm pushing it, I run like maybe like under 7, maybe like 7-minute pace, cruising like at 8:30s. But my biggest thing is just to try it all and don't be scared. Like literally just look at it with excitement. Like fear and excitement are the same emotion. It's just how you look at it. So instead of like thinking like, oh, I'm like so nervous or I hate running, like look at it like, hey, this is a challenge that I can progress on and improve on. Just get excited about it and use that to kind of like pre-workout fuel. And just go for it. Like you'll find whatever you like. Also, just give it an honest chance. Give it at least a month and a half. Because I know the first 2 to 3 times that I tried CrossFit, absolutely hated it. First few times that I ran, I felt like dying. I always questioned why I was doing that stupid stuff. But now I love it, and it's just a way different like workout high that you get. So just try it all. Just find whatever avenue you like, and then from there you got yourself like an enjoyable form of fitness that's going to help you reach your goals and stick to them longer. So
workout buddy or no workout buddy?
I would say workout buddy, but there's going to be times where you don't have a workout buddy and you need to be comfortable with that. So maybe just get a little mix of both. I would highly just recommend workout buddy because they can push you, keep you accountable, and if you guys both set a plan, like, come on, you guys aren't both going to lollygag. I mean, you might, straight thumb day for a lot of people, but I would say workout buddy for sure. All right, nutrition is 95% of the battle. That's no lie, because believe it or not, I used to be a chubby little lad in high school for like a period of like a year and a half or two, probably like a year and a half. Lifted really hard, I was strong as hell for my size, just looked horrible. Like I just looked chubby, but I thought that I looked buff. I'd always look in the mirror and flex and ask my dad if my muscles were coming out. He'd just laugh and say, yeah. Nutrition's everything, because once I started learning more about nutrition, I started seeing crazy gains, and then like as I got further into like lifting and just being more active, knowing more about nutrition, just the gains just kept coming and coming and coming. Now I know for a fact nutrition is 95% of it, because I've done bulks, I've done cuts, I've done maintaining, I've done kind of eating more for like to perform better in workouts, and that's where all the gains are made, is in the kitchen. So I really urge you, the hardest part is like knowing what to eat and like how to cook it. So get your butt in the kitchen, start experimenting with healthy recipes. Everything's online nowadays, and just get to it. Go to the grocery store, get familiar with the areas that you are gonna be shopping in, all the good stuff. Get familiar with your kitchen, the utensils. The hardest part is like cooking. Like a lot of people don't eat healthy because they'd rather go get something quick and easy, but that's just because they don't really know how to cook or what to cook. But when you know what to cook and what to put in your body, you can do so many creative, tasty recipes that are gonna help you make gains, that are gonna make you look great, feel great, perform great. So nutrition is everything.
So if you don't know, Rodrigo has cut out caffeine for, what are we going on? Almost 2 years now.
Almost 2 years.
So why?
Okay, so I never was really like a big caffeine drinker, big pre-workout guy or anything. First time I took pre-workout was like maybe a year or two into college. Anyways, slightly here and there I would have like pre-workout. I think like my last year of college I started drinking a lot more coffee, maybe like a cup or two. Anyways, fast forward to like a year and a half ago, I was living the corporate life and really loving coffee, you know, nothing out of the ordinary, but the last year that I worked the corporate life, I was abusing caffeine. Like it was so bad, just because I had so much going on. I was trying to lift, I was trying to like make content as well, but that's just whenever I was getting started, so it was just a whole lot more like nerve-wracking and just a lot of the unknown learning. So I would just take pre-workout, I would have so much coffee throughout the day just to try to stay awake at work. And because I had crazy workloads, because I was like working in like 2 separate departments, and on top of that I'd have like green tea, and it was just not good. And at the time whenever I'd left my corporate job, I had so much stress and anxiety like I've never felt before in my life. Like I thought something was wrong with me, but then I looked into it and it just happened to be like this anxiety, which I say that because I didn't know what the heck it was until it hit me. Like there'd be times where I couldn't breathe and I was like thinking I was dying, and people are like, yeah, that's normal, like anxiety, panic attack. Like, this is not normal. People have this on the regular basis. Like what the hell? Anyways, it kind of really fucked with me, and I noticed that the caffeine wasn't helping with it. And also I noticed that whenever I'd have caffeine, I'd be super happy all of a sudden, and I kind of was like, I don't want to be controlled by a substance. Like, oh, maybe that's the only reason why I'm happy now all of a sudden. So decided to kind of tapered off of it, and honestly, like, just felt great. Energy was through the roof. Obviously, stress and anxiety was still there, but it wasn't as amplified, and like my thoughts weren't like as racing all the time as I would like if I had caffeine that day. So I kind of just stopped drinking it, and then before you know it, I'm like year in, still don't need it, year and a half in, still don't need it, coming up on 2 years in like 2 or 3 months, and energy's super good. Wake up like 4 a.m. workouts, 5 a.m. workouts, don't need caffeine. So yeah, energy's just a whole lot better, and I was abusing it, so I needed to give my body and adrenal glands a break. So
When was the period of time that you most enjoyed fitness?
Honestly, like I enjoy it now, like a lot. There's obviously been points where it's like been funner or this and that, but I think after college, actually I might have still been in college. It was super fun. Me and my roommates were all just living that lifestyle. All my friends were just living that fitness lifestyle, going to school, and coming back home and lifting too. It was super fun. I was seeing like changes in my body, like shreds and stuff, and it was just super cool. I was like, whoa, this is awesome, and I just had super fun doing it. Also CrossFit, like whenever I finally like started getting the hang of it and stuff, and actually started pushing myself and being able to do the movements, it got really, really fun just because I was pushing myself. I was actually like keeping up with the big dogs in the gym, and yeah, also running. Like whenever I was like enjoying running a lot more, like down in San Diego, here at home, like there's just been all sorts of periods of just like where it's been super fun and enjoyable. So I would just say it just goes back to trying different things, change it up here and there, and just enjoy it, man. It's about the journey. It's what it's about. So.
Okay, running in the rain or working out in a cold gym. I'm talking like 40 degrees.
Running in the gym. I mean, running in the rain, for sure. Cold gym, never a good time. Never a good time.
What is your favorite post-workout meal?
My go-to post-workout meal? Ooh, like anything or what I normally do?
Anything.
Anything?
Oh, it's like your favorite. It doesn't have to be what you eat every day.
Shoot. Favorite post-workout meal is definitely my oats. So not protein oats though. These are oats with just regular oats, a scoop of peanut butter, preferably the white chocolate one. Then you add blueberries, strawberries, bananas, and then you drizzle it with honey. It's more of like an oatmeal acai bowl, but it's so bomb. It's so delicious. I haven't had it in months, but that would be my go-to, like one of like my little go-to post-workout meals. Too squished now.
So you centered your life around fitness and nutrition. When does it stop?
It doesn't stop, ever. No, it really doesn't stop. It's a lifestyle. That's why I decided to base myself around this. I've had so many jobs, like so many. I couldn't even list them all in this video. That's how many jobs I've had. My friends have a joke going. I'm the only person they know that can get a job so easy. Because once I get the interview, it's game over. But that's only because I know that I don't want to even be there and I don't even care. I do care about it, obviously, but I just don't. It's not what I want to do long term. I feel like that's why it's always been so easy. But even then, I've always centered my life around fitness. You know, I always make time for the gym before, stay active on the weekends, etc., while living that corporate life. But I've just known that this is just going to be my life for the long term. And then finally, I just had enough of listening to what other people said I should do, or you know what society thinks I should do, and decided to go for something I actually cared about and loved for once. And it's kind of just what I'm basing and building my life around. Obviously, it's more than fitness. It's taking care of your body, your mind, your body, soul, etc. But it's just one aspect that leads into just a better, more just healthier, sustainable life. So it doesn't stop.
If there's one supplement that you would say you just saw it was a game changer, which one would it be?
Protein.
Protein?
100% protein.
Which protein
So,
has been your favorite?
so like game changer, honestly, like it would be creatine. But what I saw the most gains, because I wasn't ever doing it and I wasn't ever eating enough, was protein. So taking protein right after, like religiously, I'm talking religiously, like keep a tub of protein and a stack of rice cakes in the backseat of my car. Because as soon as I'd be done working out, protein shake down the dome with 2 rice cakes. I'm telling you, like the carbs from the quick acting carbs from the rice cakes shuttle that protein straight to your muscle right after you work out. It's just something I started doing religiously, and I noticed gains after like a few weeks and a couple months of doing it. So, and because I was never eating enough, so I think just the more protein that I just kind of threw into my diet just really made the gains. But secondly, I would say creatine, because creatine, crazy strength gains off of it. You look a little bit bigger, a little more jacked, but that's just because it's shuttling water into your muscles, so you make sure you stay hydrated. Back in the day, my dad didn't want to let me take it because he thought it was like a steroid and this and that. I did a bunch of research, blah, blah, blah. I ended up getting some and noticed gains off of it. So yeah, I would say protein, number one, if you're not doing that already. If you're already doing that, then game changer supplement, creatine. What protein though? I would say Muscle Farm cookies and cream from Costco is one of my all-time favorites. It just gives me like good memories, because I would always have a late night protein shake before bed and just watch fitness YouTube videos, and it just gives me back like just almost like childhood memories. So that flavor, and it's really bomb, so give it a go.
So we all want to know, why are you so sexy though?
You know, it's one of those questions where it's like you're trying to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know.
If you could never listen to music again while working out, would it be the same?
No, it wouldn't be the same. Music adds so much more. to working out.
Would you still love it, you think?
Yeah. I still get good workouts without music. They're just different. Like sometimes I was like, I don't want to listen to music today. For the mental challenge, or other days I just don't want to because just, I don't know, it's just different. But music adds so much to everything. So I think it'd be horrible. I would survive. I would still work out and lift, but it just wouldn't be the same. Can't do it.
The top 3 people that have inspired your fitness journey.
The most? To what? To lift? Mm-hmm. Top 3 people, right off the bat. 3 founding fathers. One, Mark Fit, for sure. One of the OGs, super like motivational and like sick motivational edits. I love that. That's what I always wanted to do, and that's what gave me the inspiration to do like videos on the channel. 2, honestly, like Mike Chang from Six Pack Shortcuts. Whenever I was trying to like lose weight and get a 6-pack and stuff, he was just this jacked Asian guy that gave me so many tips and stuff, and he was like just goals, like unknowingly, like he wouldn't like, I don't know, he just, I have to give him credit as one of the top few because he helped me so much. And then 3, who would 3? I would say Chris Jones, coming in close with like Bradley Martin and Christian Guzman, but Chris Jones, because he was always like, hey, you guys don't have a big brother, I'm your big brother, and he would like kind of teach you nutrition, and he just kept it raw and real, just said it how it was. And I was in high school and I kind of needed that, you know, just that like, hey, kind of like a kick in the ass, like have confidence in yourself and just go out there and fuck shit up and believe in yourself. And I feel like all these people that I mentioned kind of did that for me and just made me fall in love with fitness, like fall in love with like the pain, the sweat, just how fucking hard it was, and just that's what they made me fall in love with, and that's why we're here where we are today.
So it can't all be perfect though, right? Do you ever struggle to find motivation?
Can't all be perfect. Not really, because it just comes down to discipline. That whole motivation thing was long gone out the door years and years ago. Going back to when I first started, I was never motivated to sit in my living room, sweat, and almost cry while I was doing P90X. Hated it. Like at some point you just have something in your mind and you become obsessed with it and you want to keep doing it until you get there. It just comes down to discipline. I guess after a while, like you kind of just get into like routine, things get boring and old, and I can see why motivation comes into play. But whenever you decide that, hey, this is a non-negotiable because we're looking at this like for the long term, like lifestyle, it's a non-negotiable. So you do it just like you're gonna drink water, just like you take the kids to school, just like you brush your teeth every day. Health and fitness should be the same. You just do it every single day. You don't question it, you don't need motivation. It's just a switch I just do it. I don't wanna get up today, but you still do it. So yeah, we're not all perfect. I know it's hard sometimes to find that motivation, but motivation should never be a key factor in working out. It should just be like something you do. So that's the way I've looked at it for years and years. That just goes to show this year too, when I'd be running off 3 hours of sleep and then I'd have to rush to the CrossFit class because that was the only time that I was gonna be able to work out the whole day, and you just do it, so.
What's your favorite muscle group?
My muscle group to hit? Ooh, that's a hard one. You know, I go through phases where whenever I did bodybuilding, I'd love hitting arms, I'd love hitting shoulders, I'd love hitting chest. You always just love one more than the other. I don't have a favorite, honestly. Like I just go through phases where I really am like seeing gains or like crazy pumps in a certain muscle group, and that's my favorite for that time being. And then it switches, so I don't know, just gotta love it all. That's definitely the boring answer no one wanted to hear, but.
What?
That's definitely the boring answer that nobody wanted to hear.
Did anything come more natural?
Huh?
Did any specific like muscle group come more naturally?
I don't know, either legs or arms. Between legs or arms, for sure. Just a natty at it. A natty.
You're like, I'm natty at it all.
I'm natty at it all. I'm literally natty at everything.
What would you say to chubby little young lad Shots G if you could?
Would what? What?
I said, what would you say to chubby little shots G? You said.
I don't know. Learn about nutrition a lot sooner, like as soon as you can. Don't be afraid to eat, because that was one thing I was at the beginning was like I was afraid to eat almost. So just learn about nutrition ASAP, and don't be afraid to eat. Especially you ladies out there as well. Like, you need to eat. You need to fuel your muscles. You need to fuel your body. It's gonna help you look great, feel great, and perform great. I promise you, it's tough learning how to eat whenever you're like on a weight loss journey, and then you're trying to like build muscle, etc. You kind of almost become like scared to eat. It's not good. Just know that food is health. Like, just know that food is fuel. And when you look at food as fuel, it's gonna be a whole lot easier making that choice between the pizza and the rice and chicken. So learn about nutrition.
So we all want to look good, we all want to look fit, but it's not all physical, right? Why is it so important to invest in yourself?
So you hit it on the money. It's not all physical. Investing in yourself, that can be in many factors, whether that's investing in yourself to give yourself tools to get you ahead in life, which is going to help you in the gym, and just yourself. It could be mentally, physically, and spiritually. I think it's super important to work on the mental aspect first, because unless you're like pumped on yourself, you're confident, and you're just happy with yourself and what you're doing, or at least on the way to do something that you're pumped about, the physical gains aren't going to be, they're going to be little to none, honestly. Like, you might be making them, but you might not see it. So whenever this is in check, the rest comes in check. That's like step number 1. And then 3 is like, I would say, like the spiritual aspect, like just being happy with your day-to-day, your routine, the people you surround yourself with, what you see your life going long-term, etc. So it's super important to invest in yourself, just to get those 3 things in check. And it's not selfish to do that. You have to be a little bit, I guess it kind of is in a way, but you kind of have to, because if you want to be of service to other people, or you want to help other people, or be your best self to other people, or to your environment around you, you got to get those 3 things in check first before you can do the other stuff.
How's your Tuesday so far?
All right, Tuesday is good. Definitely. Hey, back to the discipline thing. Didn't want to get up this morning, but hey, you just freaking get up. Okay, it's not full zombie mode. Just do it. Once you get in here, it's fine. You have no choice but to fuck it up. So, yeah, it's good. Good Tuesday.
How do you feel about Mariah Carey Christmas music?
It's a little on the sensual side.
It's the best.
It is. I like it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it, that's for sure. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's Tuesday Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys got to know me a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. We're going to finish off with one last question. What's the question?
I don't know. Where do you see your whole movement in 10 years?
It's a great
It's a
question.
movement, right?
You know, the
Crave the grind.
possibilities are endless. Where do I see it? I see a huge squad of people behind Crave the Grind. Just the Breakfast Club growing strong. And yeah, just a movement, a lifestyle movement for everybody. Let's go, Breakfast Club.
Everyone, old peeps, young peeps,
Old peeps,
kids.
young peeps, doctors, lawyers, athletes, whatever it is, Crave the Grind. Let's go. Breakfast Club CTG. We out for speed.